Hi, Robin. You know that I have to do a video reply because you dated Jeffrey Epstein for a month. Hello. So I'm going to read your comment. When still at NYU, before he became what he became, I dated him for a month. Lived in a tiny studio apartment. What he had going for him was a great personality and made everyone feel special. So you are correct. And she's referring, well, to the video that this is attached to, where I said that I thought what Epstein was to these guys was like a therapist type person. Yes, he was a fixer. Yes, he did all these other things, but he was able to connect with these men in a way that made them feel heard, made them feel special, made them feel like they could be vulnerable enough to tell them about their problems with women and come to him and probably money problems and family, probably everything. And there's just a group of us on this planet who either date someone that ends up becoming infamous, we're related to them, or we've married them, right? And in fact, I have someone I was close to, and he and his family will be having a Netflix or Hulu series out about them in the next probably 2 years. And my son and I were talking about it yesterday, how strange it will be to watch, because it's someone you knew inside and out. You knew the good and the bad. You knew how they could manipulate people. You knew how they lied, but you watched them make every person around them feel special. Didn't matter the age, didn't matter the sex. It was like, if someone had a question, they all turned to that guy. Like, well, what does he think? Well, what did he say? And there's just some people that have that skill. Sadly, a lot of people that have that are narcissists, and they don't use it for good, right? They use it to manipulate and coerce people and to, well, yeah, manipulate to get what they want. And that's what he was able to do. Now, I had someone reply to the video that you're replying to and said, no, you've got it all wrong. They all wanted to talk to Jeffrey because he had all these women and money. But that's, Elon does. You think men call Elon for women advice? Do you think they call Elon for a lot of things? Do you think they call Peter Thiel for things? Like, they don't have that charisma. They don't have that ability to connect and make people feel seen and heard. And they sure as hell don't look like they know anything about relationships or people. They look like they know about their business, but that's about it. So I knew when I looked through some of the emails and heard some of the stories about him, I went, oh, he was like my dad. So if my dad had been born with money, well, I guess Jeffrey wasn't, but given the right opportunities, yeah, my dad could. So this is what people would say about him. No one makes you feel better and more terrified. Like some of our friends and family would say, your dad is the person I am most afraid of on this planet, and yet he could make them laugh, he could help them with all sorts of stuff, and they just kind of were in awe of him, but then absolutely terrified of him. And I think that is probably what Jeffrey had with them. Like, they had this like admiration for him, but then also deeply terrified of him. They may not have wanted to say that, but they obviously went along with what he did, or knew that he could use it to blackmail him or whatever it was. But you have to have that skill set when you're a narcissist. And some of the men that I put in prison, I've seen them do very generous, kind things for friends and family while they were stealing $20 million from a group of people. So they have all those sides, and it allows them to be able to connect with people because they are able to show empathy, and they are able to help people, and they're able to point to all those examples, and their friends and family will vouch for how wonderful they are. So it is very tricky, but I'm very glad that you were able to, one, share that you dated him, but also validate what I was saying, because it wasn't about him just having money and women, because lots of men have that, but he had that knack for communicating and being able to get into spaces that most people can't, and that takes a specific kind of person.